I don't know. Hooker was definitely more off than usual for sure. Milton came in, played hard at the end, but just didn't have it in the tank. Awesome run, Tennessee. Y'all be back next year. But as for now, dog fan, go dogs! Yeah, we'll see what happens next year. I don't know, man. I mean, Joe Milton, dude. Good good God up in heaven. Cannon of arm, man. I hope they teach him how to back her down though before next year, because yes, dogs gonna win all. I mean, I'm pretty much rooting for the dogs at this point. I would say. Well, I mean, whoever wins the SEC championship is who I'll be rooting for rest of the way out. Although I probably will passively root for the. Sorry, my wife sent me a text. I will passively be rooting for Michigan though, just because that's my wife's grandfather's team. Sorry, my wife sent me a text. Okay. Yeah, whoever wins the SEC championship is going to be who I'm rooting for sure. What up, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, whoever else I forgot. Did I say Facebook? What's up? Once UT loses to Vandy next week, that will top the season. I still have a hard time. We will be losing to Vandy. South Carolina, I mean, a lot of people have already kind of said that that's a bit of a trap game, which apparently it was. But that's the one that I've been kind of saying for a couple weeks that did kind of worry me, though. I said that we should win it, and we can. Earlier, when I was doing a live, I basically said, I don't remember how I put it, but I was basically like, if we win tonight, and somebody was like, if, and I'm like, SEC teams at home, man, you never know. I mean, any SEC team can win at home. Hell, looking at it, Arkansas's up 42-27 on Ole Miss. LSU's 28-10, UAB. Oregon 7-0 over Utah. Oregon's been playing hard. Did they lose last week? Oh yeah, they're 8-2. I forgot. I don't know who they lost to. Utah or Ducks? I mean, Oregon's up 7-0 right now. I guess I would be pulling for Oregon more. I don't know. Utah's been playing good-ish, but Georgia smashed South Carolina, who smashed Tennessee. Good old Rocky Flop. Nice to see y'all. Y'all finally got to dig them one-liners out, man. I'm happy for y'all. Tennessee just got Wakes by a didn't have time. Go Gamecocks! Congratulations. Tennessee Georgia gets to say it again. Tennessee K. Now we got a list of all these George in Florida and Alabama fans talk trash. You don't know in the SEC. That's 100% right, dude. I mean, it's like Vandy beating Florida, dude. I mean, hell, you just don't know. Oh, Smokey got bit by the rattler snake. Ooh, I like that. That's clever. I do like that. By the old rattler snake. Tennessee out of the playoff, won't play for SEC championship. I mean, dude, like, yeah, obviously I would have wanted to win, but we wasn't supposed to be playing for an SEC championship this year. I need to take this overlay off, though, of Facebook if I'm going to leave that up. There we go. That works, I guess. I'm going to have to rework that. Also need to do a little zoom in on that as well. I do like the rattler snake joke, though. That's pretty good. Volunteers. Ain't nobody crying over here, buddy. I respect for not being a salty, true football fan. Thank you. Got a couple lucky breaks. I hate to lose. Hate it. I mean, as Vols fans, though, we should be adjusted to that. Dogs fans, stop downing Tennessee. Coming from a dog fan, Vols had a great season. You gotta let them bandwagon fans, man. The bandwagon Georgia fans. You just gotta let them. You just gotta let them bark, man. That's one thing I've learned. They waited so long to finally get one. 40 years. You just gotta let them bark, man. It's always the bandwagon fans, though. They're the worst one. Glad y'all got trampled when they rushed the field. Hey, that's what I was saying earlier. Bama always brags about how teams rush the field against them. So I guess that means we're good. Sorry about that, bro. LMAO. I didn't see it coming. Oh yeah, I don't think anybody did. Honestly, I mean, so like, I wouldn't say South Carolina's like a great team on paper. I mean, their cornerbacks and their offensive line were killing it tonight. But yeah, like, I mean, I know I've said it in passing several times, but like, dude, South Carolina's home atmosphere, like their fans bring it, dude. Their fans bring it. I mean, they got like one of the coolest intros too, arguably in college football. Like that whole, I don't remember the name of that song that they play at the beginning, but that's pretty badass. I gotta give them credit there. Trying to get there we go. Honest thoughts on Alabama, and do you hate the Tide? I don't hate the Tide. I hate their bandwagon fans. I know people that literally started rooting for Bama when they started winning. But Nick Saban's arguably the greatest college football coach in like the history of forever. So, I mean, as far as football coaches goes, he's the GOAT. I mean, Bama's obviously good. It's kind of like Patriots back in the day. They were so good every single year that you just hated them. And you're like, good God, man. Like, it's like you know that they're good and you sort of want to respect them, but you're like, God. So you kind of just root for them to lose. But, I mean, I don't hate Bama. I just hate their bandwagon fans. I know of 2 Bama bandwagon fans that switched to the Vols this year. But no, I don't hate Bama at all. I don't really hate anybody. That's kind of a strong word. I do definitely hate bandwagon fans just in general. But like, I still wouldn't even really use the word hate for that. That's kind of a strong word. Greatest game I've ever watched before the Tennessee-Alabama game was Deshaun Watson and Clemson versus Bama. That was good. I've delivered right across the street from that stadium. I respect it. I've been a Bama fan since 2010 when I was in middle school and started watching college football. Go Big Blue Nation. South Carolina is the fraud finders. I think they just played a hell of a game at home, man. I think that's what the biggest part of it is. Hats off to him, though. Knoxville, Tennessee here. Big win for Shane Beamer. Brought back memories from when he coached with his dad at Tech. I tell you, I said it earlier. I could see there's a bunch of new people coming in. I really gained a lot of respect for Shane Beamer tonight, dude. Like, there was several times when we had injured players and stuff down, and he was over there patting them on the back and stuff. I'm like, man, that's some good sportsmanship right there. He gained a lot of my respect tonight. A lot of people was cracking on him for the dancing in the locker room and stuff, but Murfreesboro here. If this is the season, if this season has proved anything, anyone can get beat, and I'm a TCU fan. Whew, they just keep pulling them out, don't they? Beamer ball. We've had a good season no matter what anybody says. Let's go Big Orange. Yeah, I mean, we wasn't even supposed to be like remotely good this season, and we just played our dick off for the first half of the season. So he looked good tonight for sure. Y'all will have 5 losses next year, and maybe I don't think 5, but I've always kind of wondered about Joe Milton. Um, he got benched last year because, and I've been talking about it all night, but he got benched last year. He's got a cannon of an arm, but he can't pull off of the short throws. Like, he just can't do it. It's like, I don't know if he's like got like 6 hot chicks or something lined up in the front row of every game, and it's just like he's showing off for them, but he just can't pull back. And I'm like, if he can learn to pull back and use touch, he could be unstoppable. But now last week and previous weeks, he's looked pretty good. Tonight on the plays that he looked good, I mean, he literally just dropped back and threw it as hard as he could, and like Squirrel White just ran up under him. But every time we got near the goal line, it was like, phew. But great arm, can't read defense. Yeah, that's like, was it Cam Newton when he first come into the league? They basically had to like give him a playbook that was in crayon. No, you get beat, but it was a good game. But you can't win them all. 100%. I'm a Georgia fan. It was rough watching Hooker go down. Hope he's okay. That's what I'm saying. King Deuce, I appreciate that. Yeah, I said the same thing when South Carolina, number 9, what's his name, Cam Smith. He was kind of getting chippy and arguing with one of the referees and stuff, and I was like, man, don't get kicked out over something stupid, like just keep a level head. Your team needs you. It's like, but yeah, it's like, I mean, obviously you want to win, but you don't want to win like that. But yeah, hopefully Hooker's all right. I mean, this is his last year anyways, so he's a good dude. I mean, say what you want about the balls and all that, but I mean, Hooker's a good dude, man. He does a lot of good things in the area. A lot of community give back stuff, so hopefully he's all right. Mad props to you for being classy, not like the other Tennessee fans, always on my for-year page. Thank you for the follows. Good season, man. Thank you. Big lose. I think you meant loss. And you all gave Kentucky so much shit. Go Frogs, go Frogs. He tore his ACL. God, I hope not. Where are you from? I'm from Knoxville. It's a go Tigers. Gamecocks just played better. I mean, yeah, dude. They brought the kitchen sink, dude. They were ready. I still say, though, I'll have to go back and watch the game a couple times, as painful as it is. Georgia, the stadium was rocking. But Georgia has like an elite defense. So obviously when we start struggling, it's like, okay, even if we get going, they shut us down. And then the crowd created a lot of false starts and stuff like that on the Georgia game. So as you're watching that, you're like, I 100% get it. But tonight was just, I don't know, man. I don't know if it was literally just because like our defense is not good. Like, I'll be the first one to admit that they're not good. And I'm actually friends with some Tennessee defensive players on my page. But like as a whole, our defense is not good for sure. But yeah, it's like I don't know if it was just because they didn't have Jeremy Banks in the center is why like South Carolina just absolutely had no issues whatsoever tonight, or I don't know. Our defense is bad, but they were more bad tonight than they usually are, so I don't know. I knew we would lose to Georgia. I was scared going into that game. I seen that too. Go Dogs. Y'all won't see us again. You won't see us again. Might need to sound that out while you're typing that there. Number 5 ran his mouth all night. Number 5 for the Vols or South Carolina. This guy's the nicest Tennessee fan, one of a kind. Thank you kindly. I mean, I like to talk a little bit of smack because that's just part of rooting for. I mean, that's just part of football. Like coming into the game, you got to talk a little smack. Like that's part of it. You know what I mean? Like, and not to mention too, like TikTok is about creating traction. So like you got to post stuff to get people talking. But I mean, dude, if we, like I said, if we lose or whatever, I mean, like I said, I'm not going to sit and blame the refs. I mean, I felt like there were some bad calls on both sides, but like the refereeing was fair. I don't think it was great, but it was fair, you know. But not going to make excuses for that. South Carolina, I mean, dude, like I said, the stadium was rocking. Rattler played just phenomenal. Their offensive line was killing it. Their defensive, their cornerbacks were freaking playing good. The what's his name, Cam Smith. I hope he goes to the Titans. That's all I got to say about that dude. Real good lockdown corner. He played great. You lost by 20 plus. Shut up about the refs. You must not have heard the full statement because, like, I literally just said I'm not going to blame the refs. So I said that the refereeing was because somebody was talking about, it's not even worth going into. You must have just got in there. Do you think we still will be ranked in the top 12? I don't know. There's some teams that I think there's some other teams that got upset today, but they're going to knock us pretty far down after that. Georgia, us losing close-ish to them, that's what held us in there for a minute. But yeah, no, we'll probably fall pretty far. I mean, like somebody said South Carolina was ranked like 52nd or something like that. So yeah, I'd say we'll probably. I mean, we'll be in the top 25 still, but I'd say we'll probably fall pretty far. Um, I think after that, we should probably just be happy with like top 15 or something. Georgia Tech upset UNC. Looking at other top 25 games. Navy beat number 17 UCF. I mean, that one was close, though. I don't know. I'm interested to see what happens, though. Interested to see what happens. Washington is way up on Colorado. LSU's up on UAB. Oregon and Utah is close, so that's probably not going to affect it that much. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Possibly be in the. I'm assuming that was responsive to another one. That game against Georgia wasn't close. 14 points is close to my book, but either way. Killed my first buck today. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Backup quarterback, 14 against SC. Plus side, Milton may be a problem next year. If he learns how to throw the touch pass, he could be lethal. But from what I've seen tonight, I don't know if he's going to be able to pull back. Go LSU Tigers! I'm going to be rooting for whoever wins the SEC championship at this point. Yep, South Carolina's ranked 54th. They'll definitely climb after that. TCU looking like national champs, dude. You know, Max Duggan kind of reminds me of Joe Burrow from the standpoint of like he can just throw a team on his back and carry them. I'll be rooting for whoever wins the SEC championship to go all the way, but TCU would be like a consolation prize at this point. Why you delete our conversation from today about being overrated? I don't know if I deleted it. Disgusting loss for UT. Go Dogs, TCU, Ain't no natty team. Ohio State and Georgia would beat TCU by 21. I don't know, man. They're like the little engine that could. That was satisfied with Kentucky. How let Georgia has 14 points. Not sure. I didn't catch that one. What happened to Tennessee? That's tough, boy. I know y'all sick. I mean, like I said, I'm not sick. Like, obviously, the playoffs would have been nice, but I'm just glad I didn't buy, like, Peach Bowl tickets because I started to. I thought about it. What an embarrassing performance by our defense, just outright embarrassment. Our defense has not been great all year long anyways, but that's what I was saying earlier. Having Jeremy Banks tonight obviously did not help. He helped lock the middle up a little bit. I guess that was the biggest thing tonight was, like, hell, they were blowing up the middle all night long. Could have used 33. Utah just threw an interception. Ooh, I forgot I can turn on YouTube.tv. We'll just pull the games up. Y'all can't see them, but USC not getting in, keep dreaming. TCU would not crush Georgia. Defense would crush TCU. USC is better than TCU. What the hell? TCU is definitely deaf. TCU is the deaf of the old Penn State team. Watch out. It was not a swallow has to go balls. TCU barely beat a bad team. Georgia going back-to-back this year. I mean, it's very likely. Like I said, I'll be rooting for whoever wins the SEC championship at this point. I mean, I usually root for the SEC just because it's like it helps out the SEC teams. Some people don't like that, but whatever. I need to check in on my parlays. I did some round robins. I don't know if I have to double check. Bad beat tonight for U-Balls, but USC looked like a top 10 tonight. Where has that been all year? So me and my buddies was talking, not last week, obviously, but a few weeks back. We were like, man, I don't know. Rattler's kind of getting some things fingered out there. He's kind of playing better. It seems like they're getting some things figured out. And, of course, they shit a brick last week. But that's the SEC, baby. Natty coming to the Big Ten. I don't know about that. Congratulations on a good season. Thanks, we tried. Hope y'all's quarterback is okay. Watched it at our stadium. Yeah, man. That's not what you want to see. I hope he's all right. That's my thing is, like, I don't want to see anybody getting hurt on either side. Like, obviously, you want your best going up against the other team's best, and it's like you want to make it as fair as possible, but you don't want to see guys getting hurt. SEC so damn overrated. That's why we got more championships in the last 10 or 15 years than anybody else. Go Tigers. Go Dogs. Ooh, we got a little mix and match going on. LOL. Go Tigers. Ha ha ha. Better luck next year. Go Blue. Go Blue meaning like Kentucky, Michigan. Go Wolverines. My wife's grandfather's from Detroit, so Michigan is kind of like one of my teams I root for. So, condolences from a Hogs fan. I feel you on that one, man. Y'all looked good as hell at the beginning of the year. Although, if I'm not mistaken, I think the Hogs are up on somebody, ain't they? Or did they win? Ooh, Arkansas beating Ole Miss. This has been a crazy ass day for college football, man. Like, holy hell. Holy hell. Ole Piss. Yeah, I like that. Vandy beat Florida. I know that one was crazy. LSU, damn, we own Ole Piss. You tell me TCU wouldn't crush Georgia when Kentucky had a chance all night. Let's be real here. Are you worried that most of your team is leaving next year since they're all juniors and seniors? Not really. We're actually getting in some good recruits for once. Man, if we could have just kept the guys we lost, we would have been dangerous. Like freaking To'o going to Bama, Eric Gray going to Oklahoma. We had some good players leave when Pruitt left, so it is what it is. Better luck next year. I'm happy with Kentucky's season. Should be Ole Miss, South Carolina, Vanderbilt. Hey, from South Carolina, go Tigers. Thank you for the follow. Mid. Thoughts on. You guys got to quit using slang. I don't know what the fuck y'all are talking about when you say things like cap and mid and all that shit. Like, all us old people are getting on TikTok now. I'm 32, but all us old people are getting on TikTok now. Y'all are gonna have to quit using that slang. Cat, FR, mid. You dig? Yo, what's up? I don't get the slang. Go Vols. Tennessee, what happened? You lose to the Gamecocks. Mid equals average. Okay, thanks for breaking that down. I appreciate that. Mid means like bad or overrated. See, now we've got conflicting definitions here. Spencer Rattler owns you. You should have used that rattler snake thing. That was a lot cooler. Somebody said that earlier. CJ Stroud for Heisman. It's looking like it now. Hell, at this point, we're just hoping Hooker even comes back. Y'all remember the 3 to 7 days? I don't know what you mean by that. SEC night road game. Anything can happen. That was what me and some of my buddies were talking about this week. Was like, shit, dude, night game on the road. I don't know. South Carolina always plays us hard. I didn't even realize Jeremy Banks wasn't playing tonight. That was a big freaking loss, for sure. Tennessee defense is trash. Nothing new. Like, we all know that. I mean, if you've watched my lives, I've said that all season, guys. I mean, hell, fucking, yeah. My favorite Tennessee fan. How you doing? Pretty good. What's up? Bazooka Joe time. No, he's not ready. Spurs, baby. Play Rocky Flop for us all. You list. I didn't catch it. Where was Banks? I don't know. That's what I didn't know he was hurt or nothing. Actually, let me look that up. Real quick. Jeremy Banks. 5 hours ago, Jeremy Banks out against South Carolina, injured. Really could have used him tonight. I mean, I'm not gonna make excuses. Like, one guy doesn't make up a football team, but definitely could have used him tonight. God, that was apparent shit. I mean, hell. It's not like he's like an elite linebacker or anything, but man, he could have stopped a few of them plays. Good God. Usually he's all over the place. Imagine losing. What happened? I think he got hurt in the Mizzou game. I don't remember hearing about that, but possible. Spencer Rattler played fantastic today. 6 touchdowns. Unbelievable. Tennessee's good at making average quarterbacks look good. That's for sure. Go Dogs, you guys actually thought it was going to be a good year. Nope. Vols, poverty, franchise. Vols got money. Otherwise, we wouldn't be continuing to pay out these multi-million-dollar coaching contracts after we fire them. We got deep pockets. That's yeah. Thought on Tennessee basketball. I mean, hell, I was feeling pretty good till we lost to Colorado. Son of a bitch! Shit. Agreed, Banks being out hurt. Lots of note. I noticed some some no calls on the holding, but I mean you're going to get that in every football game. So I try to not use refs as an excuse. Like I felt like overall the refs was pretty even. I mean, it is what it is on that. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Honestly, who do you see in the championship? It's too early. It's too early. It's too soon. I still got indigestion. It's too soon. I don't know. Dude, I don't want to doubt TCU anymore. Honestly, like fuck, they keep figuring out a way to win. And the thing is Max Duggan kind of reminds me of Joe Burrow from the standpoint of like he can literally just throw a team on his back and just snail crawl wherever he wants to go. So I'm kind of pulling for TCU, honestly. National championship. I don't know. I'm conflicted because I'm going to root for whoever wins the SEC championship, anyways. And my wife's grandfather is from Detroit, so I'm kind of pulling for Michigan too. So I think I'm too conflicted at this point to give an honest whatever. Playoffs are down the drain. Hell yeah! What part of Tennessee? What part of Tennessee am I in? East Tennessee, kind of slightly northeastern Tennessee, but eastern Tennessee. TCU tough, especially if big wide receivers play at Georgia versus Ohio State. Most likely, but I don't know. Go Tennessee. I mean, it's kind of like the tale of two halves of a season. Like, good God. Undisclosed injury. LSU is hearing Georgia. They're hearing them. I know Tennessee beat us 44-6. I think it's funny South Carolina beat us 24-14. I didn't catch that one. East Tennessee is full of liberals. Not where I'm from. I don't know about that. I mean, Knoxville, I guess. Like Knoxville is pretty much a melting pot. But no, once you go towards the mountains, there's not a whole lot of liberals there. Our secondaries exposed Rogersville area. You live in I mean, guys, I'm not going to tell you where I live. I mean, I was born and raised in Knoxville, but I mean, I live in East Tennessee, 40 minutes outside of Knoxville. Like, that's all. I'm not going to tell you where I live at. You know what I mean? Go Tennessee, take the L. You must be new to my feed, obviously. I mean, I feel like I've been pretty respectful on that. LSU needs to win the SEC championship to get into the playoff, and Georgia is in regardless. Yeah, I mean, unless they lose to whoever they're playing this week. Are they playing anybody? I mean, Georgia, Georgia probably is in either way at this point. I don't know. Depends on what TCU does and what happens with if Ohio State, Michigan, if that one comes within a point or two, that whoever loses might still hang around. Georgia's playing Georgia Tech. I mean, Georgia Tech has been known to upset them from time to time, but it's at Georgia, so should be a win. Then obviously you got the big one, Michigan versus Ohio State. Don't matter. Michigan versus Ohio State's the only one that matters. I for sure think something happened internally with the defense. I mean, as far as that goes, I think it's just Jeremy Banks not being in. I mean, he was hurt for the game, so I think that was probably, like I said, our defense has been not good all season. Like I've said that all year long. I mean, we're good at creating turnovers usually. Our defense is not good. However, they were more not good tonight than they usually are, and I think that was because of Jeremy Banks being out. 100%. Y'all want to play some SEC trivia? I'm more pissed. Kentucky. I didn't catch that one. Overall, good season. Keep building with Hypel. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, dude, I mean, hell, this is only his second year. I'm stoked. I'm just pumped that we're like winning ball games again. Feels good. I don't think he was hurt. I think something will come out about what really happened. If Fulmer was still here, that's what I would say, but I don't know. I've not heard about anything sketchy going on, but I don't know. We'll see. There are only two SEC schools that haven't competed for a title in a major men's sport since 2000. Go Big Orange. So pleased with Coach, 100%. Go Big Orange. If Georgia plays LSU like they did Kentucky, they might be in trouble. I mean, Georgia's pulled out some close games, but I don't know. I think Kirby just literally he doesn't care how. His only goal is like win the game, which is good. There's some close games where that they've played, but like I think his only goal is win the game. He doesn't care if they blow him out or whatever. I heard some rumors that he either assaulted or tried to assault another player. I didn't hear about that. Tennessee and Texas A&M. Who was hurt? Georgia will walk all over LSU. He hurt his knee. Doesn't look good. End score was it wasn't pretty. I'll tell you that. Let me scroll back up. 63-38. I don't think anybody saw that coming. Vols fan or not. Oklahoma beat out Oklahoma State. Arkansas beat out Mississippi. So old Lane's going home with a loss too. Ooh, UCLA and USC is close. Let me switch back over to this screen. If USC loses, there will be two Big Ten teams in the playoffs. At this point, it's definitely possible. Let's hope Nico is good because I don't want Milton running this offense. That's kind of what I was saying. Milton's got a great arm. He can't throttle it back. Like that's the biggest problem. Why did you vote Democrat? I know the truth. I'm not gonna tell anybody who I voted for, but I will tell you that was it 2 elections ago I actually voted for Gary Johnson. He was third party. Mm-hmm. Didn't see that one coming, did you? Mm-hmm. I'm actually a walking cliche breaker. I mean, my wife is she's black. Didn't see that coming either, did you? Bet you didn't. But yeah, no, I don't. That first year it was like Trump versus Hillary, and I'm looking at Hillary, and I'm like, I'm looking at Trump, and rednecks typically don't trust greasy white men with suits on. So I'm looking left, I'm looking right, and I'm like, and Gary Johnson's just sitting over there like smoking a doobie, like, hey, what's up? I'm pretty cool. And I was like, oh hell, you seem pretty cool. Look like you got your shit together. All right, cool. You got my vote. But that's the closest you'll ever hear me talk about politics. Oh no, a warning popped up about midterm elections when you said that. Oh shit, they're listening. Auburn will beat Bama. Bama is done. Good luck next season. It is good to see Bama not on top for one season. Like, God bless. Let somebody else feel like they got a shot. Go Dogs. Always next season. Appreciate that. Football guy. What's up? Back to reality. Rocky Flop. Ohio State wins it all. All the Ohio States wins it all. Mountie Pride. Thank you for the follow. I think I said that right. Hey, buddy, you were a super nice guy. I'm a Gamecock fan. I know how you feel. Dude, I said earlier on my stream, I said earlier on my stream, dude, South Carolina always plays us close. They always play us hard. We're going into their stadium. Like, you just don't know. You just don't know what's going to happen. We have the same record as Bama now, and teams are rushing the field against us. Tennessee's back, baby. We're back. Thanks for the follow. I want to say Georgia versus Ohio State for it all. It's too soon for me to make predictions. Y'all gotta, you know, you gotta give me a day to recover from this financial setback that I've had today. I've had freaking. Not only did the Vols lose, which I mean, I'm Vols ride or die no matter what. So say what you want about the Vols, but at least I'm a diehard fan no matter what. But I'm pretty sure I've had a couple parlays busted. That's for sure. Uh, Definitely had some parlays busted tonight. 2019, we beat them. I didn't catch that. That do be tough AF. TCU fan. TCU keeps pulling it out, baby. They just keep on winning. You bet on the Vols. It's worked pretty well for me so far this season. What do you think about Navy upsetting US? That was pretty crazy, honestly. Oh yeah, we're definitely out of the playoffs with that loss. Spender on top. Spender. Good game. Y'all played good, but even though I'm a USC fan, I hope Hendon's okay. Appreciate that. Yeah. At that point in the game, I was like, shit. All I care about is Hendon being okay. Like, God. Jeremy Banks not being in. I mean, like I said, our defense is not good by any means, but not having Jeremy Banks in the middle of the field really just, like, did not help us out tonight. I agree. Never give up on your fan. True fan. Go Dogs. Vols rank has gone down. Yeah, I mean, hell, we're probably if we can stay above 15, I'll call that a dub. Today was an absolute barn burner. Dude, yeah, like this was like freaking struggle bus week of 2022 apparently. Oregon versus Utah is on right now. Yeah, I'm watching it passively. Their field looked their field looked wet, probably what caused injury. I did see some grass kicking up. Maybe that was it. I don't know. 100% convinced we could write country songs together, probably. I did used to sing country, so dang man, this one hurt. Can't stand Shane Beamer. Honestly, he gained a little bit of my respect tonight just because, I mean, he was like, patting our guys on the back when we was hurt and stuff like that. It's like, Doge Price. Actually, that might just be Dodge Price. Thank you for the follow. Who cares about football? Obviously, you were new to my lives. We'll still be top 10, I think. I don't think so. Not after losing by 30 plus to a team that's ranked 54th or whatever. I don't see that happening. Vols ain't shit. Vandy's beat some good teams these last 2 weeks, buddy. Look like the George game. Who's George? Can you sing something? My voice is shot from yelling at the TV. Beamer was yelling at Heupel. I didn't see that, but I did take my daughter up to go sleep at one point, so I might have missed that. 60, buddy, how does it feel? I guess now we know how everybody else felt this year. I guess that's how Mizzou felt last week. Sorry about your Vols' tough loss today. Obviously we wanted to make it into the playoffs and do well and all that, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's like we wasn't supposed to be even remotely good. I mean, hell, what did we do last year? I don't remember how many games we lost last year, but normally we get disappointed at the beginning of the season, not at the end of the season. So I'm good with it. Yellowstone fan? Yes, but I have not watched the newest season yet. I need to catch up on that. South Carolina's crazy. Go Dogs. Never count us out. Go Dogs. Can't be me losing. 7-5 last year. Yeah, it was rough last year. 63 is embarrassing. Georgia, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so tore up about this loss I can't even spell, but I'm glad you can read. Yes, I can. And I've been drinking pretty heavily tonight, so kudos to me. Joking. Not a Tennessee fan, but there's a bright future. Yeah, we're actually getting decent recruits now. We lost quite a few guys. When Pruitt left. Dude, I would kill to still have To'o To'o. Like, good God, man. If we had To'o To'o and Jeremy Banks, like, that'd be nice. Lost To'o To'o, Eric Gray. We lost some good players, man, when he left. Go Gamecocks, RTR. Y'all got to quit using this fucking slang. I don't know what the hell that means. You got to give me something here. Everybody keeps using that slang. What are you drinking tonight? It is a combination of Jack's Down Home lemonade, Old Smoky lemon drop, and a little bit of lemonade. I couldn't find my Monster Orange Dreamsicle. I like to do straight Old Smoky or just straight moonshine in general with that Orange Dreamsicle. But couldn't find it. Go check out Shane Smith and the Saints. He had a cameo on the last episode of Yellowstone. I'll write it down. You said Shane Smith. Shane Smith. And what was it called? What was it? Shane Smith and the Saints. RTR is Roll Tide Roll. Okay. Crown and Sprite. Not a bad combo. Can't go wrong there. So what is up with the? Everybody keeps saying Tennessee what happened, but it's Tennessee what happened. Like with the inbred inflection. I don't get what. I don't know what that's from. Is that something that I'm missing out on? Everyone hates Tennessee because they were told to. Oh yes, it's just like Nickelback. Everybody hates them, but they don't know why. They say they suck, but then when you ask them why they suck, they're like, because they suck. Because, yeah, they're bad. And you're like, why are they bad? Like, I don't know. I wish I was on. Oh, Rocky Top. Hold this L. LOL. It's a whole thing now. What happened? I guess I'm too old to give a fuck about the trends. I don't keep up with them anymore. Like, every now and then you guys will throw some slang in there. I'm like, I don't know what the hell. We can't. Well, I've got my teeth, so yeah. Also I make pretty good money too. it's not bad. I'll take my 30 an hour. Oh, start the what happened? Overrated. We don't care who doesn't like us. Wear Tennessee balls. Hell yeah. I'm a Pitt fan. Wanted to see Tennessee in the college football playoffs so bad. I guess that, it makes sense since we won and all that. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Pitt's slightly underrated. The LSU long snapper makes TikToks when they beat Ole Miss and Alabama. Oh, okay. That makes sense. What do you do for work? Driver, baby. Trailer living. Actually, no. I live in a 2-story, pretty nice apartment. I mean, it's not like, the Ritz or nothing, but I mean, hell, I'd rather have more money in the bank than where I'm living, especially in this housing market. Shoot, lordy. Ain't nobody trying to buy a house right now. Rocky Top forever. Hell yeah. Long slapper. I've been drinking a little bit tonight, which most of you guys are new. I'm seeing usernames that I don't normally see. Most of you guys are new, but every Saturday night, win or lose, okay, I sit and I drink and I talk college football and I chit chat and we just have a pretty good time. Okay, it's what I do. I know a lot of people say, "No, you just get drunk because you whatever and blah blah blah." Buying is greater than renting, not in today's market. I will not buy a house in today's market. I will not do it. I will not do it. I will not. Georgia versus Ohio State in the championship, maybe. Although I think man, I'm not shitting on TCU because I'm sort of kind of rooting for them, but at this point, I feel like there's a good shot where it's going to be Georgia versus whoever wins Michigan or Ohio State, though. Go Vols! You know why Mexican doesn't have the Olympic team? Because everybody that can't run, jump, or swim is in the U.S. Don't ignore me. Stop ignoring me. You can't sing Tennessee off-brand. Surprise, surprise. Can't sing Tennessee. We can still go 10-2, which I'll be happy about. Hell yeah. Roll Tide, brother. How many meals you had today? 2. I ate, what did I have for breakfast? Shit. No, I didn't have breakfast. I had lunch and I had dinner. After today's Georgia game, there is no front runner to win at all. I mean, the teams that's left is scrapping it out, son. We gave it a good old college try, but we just couldn't land it out. Balls, I didn't catch that one. I'm a UK fan, but I've been low key rooting for TC. I mean, more power to him, man. You think we got a chance to beat Clemson? Who's we? South Carolina? Thank you for the follow, Devin. Appreciate that. I'm from Virginia. Could outsing you all day, not talking shit, just being real. Okay, congrats. Rocky Taint. Please give me a break with that shit. Alabama plays Austin P. Next year could be better. LMAO. I'm a Florida fan. Imagine me right now. Oh, I know. It's not a good year for the SEC East. What's up, man? Nothing much. What's up with you? Tennessee lost puts LSU a spot. I'm too tipsy to decipher that. Bama fan. Ooh, thank you for the follow. Yeah, South Carolina. Hey, it's Carolina. Say I gotta find somewhere. Thanks for sharing. We will come back. South Carolina versus Clemson. Who you got? I've lost too much money on Clemson this year. South Carolina beat us. I root SEC anyways, anytime we play out of conference, so we'll see. Love you. Thank you. Thank you for the follow, Chris. Thoughts on Michigan and Ohio State? Man, it's too soon for y'all to be asking me what I think. Come on now. My team just lost. Hooker, freaking snapped his leg. Jeremy Banks was hurt. It's not been a good weekend, but I don't know, man. Ohio State's offense is nasty. Michigan's defense, I feel like, is pretty nasty. I don't know. On that one, I may just pick the home team. Whoever's playing at home. Both teams are good in the cold, like shit. On that, we're just going to roll the dice and see what happens. What's up, my guy? What you drinking? Tonight, it's a concoction of Old Smoky Lemon Drop mixed with a little bit of Jack Daniels Down Home lemonade, and then just regular straight up lemonade, and then a little spritz of water just to get rid of some of that tartness. Michigan's coming out on top. I'd be cool with that. My wife's grandfather's from Michigan. I was just joking about him broken his leg, but he hurt his leg at the end. He kind of rolled weird, so we will see what happens. Milton was in for the last 2 possessions because of it. Tennessee's definitely not poverty. We've got deep pockets. You have to have deep pockets when you're paying coaches multi-millions of dollars to get them out of here so you can hire somebody else. What Tennessee doesn't have is deep recruiting, but with the NIL, eventually I think we'll catch up. What happened to us tonight? I mean, I'm not going to make excuses by any means. As far as the defense goes, like our defense has been less than stellar all year long, but not having Jeremy Banks, like I don't know, I didn't know that he was out before this game, but not having Jeremy Banks, if I would have known that, I would have been like, well, we don't have a shot. We got 0 shots. South Carolina killed y'all. That's what happened. Balls fan for life tonight was awful. Tennessee doesn't have a defense. Coming into today, we're first in forced turnovers, actually. And last week, we were first in interceptions. So we can create turnovers. It's just, I mean, and again, like I said, I know all you guys are new to my page. I think a lot of you guys probably don't watch Tennessee football for obvious reasons, but defensive tackle, our starting defensive tackle, starting linebacker was kicked off the team beginning of the season. William Burrell, our starting cornerback, got hurt early in the season. He's been out. We had Jalen McCullough out for I don't even know, 4 or 5 weeks. D. Williams, now I guess he's kind of a not really starting cornerback, but I think he's like third or fourth spot. He was out for the first whole half of the season, and then he came back 2 weeks ago, which we've got him on punt returns and some other stuff. But like we've been banged up and depleted all year. Not that we would be stellar even if everybody was there, but it's just kind of playing behind the 8 ball on that one. Heupel does definitely focus primarily on offense, though. But if we can stack some recruits on defense, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. Y'all have a power offense, just a horrible defense. LMAO Cope. Every time South Carolina had the ball, they scored touchdowns. Tennessee has no defense, and I'm a Vols fan. I mean, again, I'm not saying our defense is good, but not having Jeremy Banks in definitely, I think, made a difference tonight. I'm a broken man as a Tennessee fan. I don't know why I had hopes that we would actually make it. Yeah, we should have probably known better, I guess. Vols still rocks ass. Go Dogs. Hey, go Dogs. See you in the playoffs. Oh, wait. Go Dogs. We got a bright future. Sanctions coming y'all's way. Will still hurt recruiting. I mean, it'll hurt us going to a bowl game. That don't matter. Next man up. D-Man on Twitch says. I mean, dude, we're already like down 5 players, though, at this point on defense. Like, that definitely hurts when your defense wasn't good to start, though. See where you're going with it, though. I appreciate it. I've got it pulled up. I mean, Oregon is up on Utah. They're definitely still playing hard for sure. Actually, I think that's the only one that is still up. Nope, Fresno State. Hold on, let me refresh this. Let's see here. Utah, UAB, LSU. There's another one floating around somewhere, though. Maybe not. We still underrated. Tennessee is not back, so overrated. Go back to being a baseball school. Thank you for the roses. It wasn't okay when Georgia was saying we gave up. I didn't catch it. Thank you for the roses. Tennessee's not back. Overrated. LSU going all the way. They kind of choked ever since getting beat by Georgia. Yeah, it feels like we didn't really get our groove back after that. They just really thanks for the roses. Appreciate that. What's the LSU score? 41 LSU, UAB 10, 7:15 left in the fourth. I'm sorry y'all lost, but we are just a little better. Sorry. Who's we, though? Tennessee drops to 11-13. If we stay above 15th, I'll be happy at this point. As a Vols fan here in Columbus, it's a hard one. Yeah, that does make it hard. Appreciate the oranges and appreciate the roses. Thank you so much. It's keeping me going. Volunteers is a young team, need a little more time. Maybe, maybe. I mean, we are a young team. The problem is the Vols faithful needs to give Heupel like more than a year and a half. Like historically, if they're not winning within 2 years, they're ready to like fire everybody and start over, and that's the problem. Like I think Heupel, if you give him time to build it, get some defensive recruits, I think we'll be okay in the long run. Bama going to slowly edge their way back in. People forget Tennessee ruled the 1900s, 10s, 63. Where did this offense from Carolina come from? Hell, go Dogs. Maybe y'all should wear so. Maybe y'all should wear so. Not sure what you mean there. 63. Nico could be nice, though. No one going to Tennessee. Actually, we've already got 1 5-star and 11 4-stars, I think. So there is, in fact, people coming to Tennessee. It's just going to take some time. Y'all got a good freshman QB coming in next year. Hell yeah. Nico Lamaleva. He's like the number 4 quarterback in the nation. I wish we could have got Arch Manning, but I think I'll like Nico pretty well. We have no defensive backs. Tennessee, actually, we just picked up some in recruiting, but I think one of them may actually be 2024. But yeah. Take a shot. Commit or signed. Well, I mean, it's not signing day yet, so nobody's signed. 10-2, we're fine. Roll Tide into the Gulf of Mexico. Georgia going to repeat, and that's coming from a diehard Clemson fan. Georgia is I like how they grind it out for sure. Stetson, he's got that swag. Their running game's nice. Ringo's pretty legit. They do have a lot of stuff going for them. I'll give them that. Hayden talked more than he played. Yeah, I mean they were getting chimpy, dude. I mean there ain't no need for that stuff. I mean I get it, you're competitive and shit, but there ain't no need for all that, man. And Tennessee gets beat again. Vandy beating you next week. Yeah, we'll see. That's basically a home game for us. And we do play good at Neyland. Considering we were 3-9 2 years ago, the season's been great. That's what I'm saying. Trump 2024. That's pretty random. Buckeyes or Wolverines? I personally am pulling for the Wolverines because of my wife's grandfather being from Detroit. Vandy beat Florida. Tennessee this year reminds me of Texas A&M the 5 years. First, the loss in the Supers to Notre Dame. Now, this damn Rocky Top. Props to you for taking everybody's shit, including mine. Go Dogs. You see this right here? See this? You know what this means? It means we've been dead inside for a long ass fucking time. See this right here? Yep. Means we've been dead inside for a long time, baby. I mean, obviously, we'd like to go all the way, but when you sit back and look at it and think about it, it's like, dude, we shouldn't have even been that good in the first place. Like, we shouldn't have even had a shot at the playoffs. Like, you know, the only thing that I'm hoping now is that the NCAA will go ahead and hit us with that fine and say, oh, you can't play in a bowl this year, and then, you know, we'll be back next year. Heard Spurrier was calling the offense tonight. That would make sense because Spurrier was a beast back in the day. Facts, brother, if Gordon doesn't play, we losing. Why cover a receiver? Get trash talk. Oh, it's a one-and-done season. Go Balls. What other sports do you like? Actually, I grew up sorry, my back's itching, but I don't have a back scratcher. I'm not kinky or nothing. I don't have back scratching. I could use this though. I forgot I got this old little tripod thing here. I actually grew up a pretty hardcore basketball fan. I do like baseball. The Braves are my baseball team. Obviously, Tennessee doesn't have a baseball team. I mean, we've got a college team, but not like a professional team. Tell me more about making the playoffs. Damn, it's Ricky. You got to fire Tim Banks. Honestly, I really think the biggest problem with our defense tonight was just lack of depth. But, I mean, the first half of the season, I mean, we're good at creating turnovers usually, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to think. I don't know who they bring in as a defensive coordinator, though. Go Dogs, go Dogs. Rattler finally decided to play. Yes, Lynch, Tim Banks. I don't know if I like the Lynch term. That's a little harsh, but, maybe just a good old-fashioned pink slip would do, though. Go Dogs, boosters, reaching Auburn level of trash. Alabama is overrated. Not a good game. Go Dogs. At least you got the Nashville Sounds. Well, hell, we got if you want to go minor leagues, we got the Tennessee Smokies. They're just right up the road. White Castle, I would drive to White Castle if we had one. Yep, someone will get fired Monday morning. If anybody's getting fired, it would be the defensive coordinator. Gamecocks versus Clemson. I've lost too much money on Clemson, and I pull for SEC. So, throw Banks in the Tennessee River. Guessing you didn't actually go to the university. Are you from White Castle? No, I'm not. Be grateful you have hope every year. I'm a Purdue fan. Oh, that would be rough. You got Drew Brees, though. You do have Drew Brees. We got a nice mix-up tonight, guys. I like it. Go Bucks. You talking about shooting and hunting Bucks? It is true that if you buy tickets to a Tennessee game, it comes with deodorant. I mean, honestly, dude, if you've been to a UT Tennessee game, it's like 75%. It's like 75% hot naked, like half naked chicks, and then the rest of the 25% is like a mix of like dudes that look like they bought their tickets with daddy's money, rednecks, and just like you got some people that looks like they're on meth, I guess. But like you go to a UT football game and there's like, I mean, some of the hottest chicks I swear you've ever seen in your life walking around half naked. Even Josh Prey, the arguably the most popular, Florida Gators fan in America right now, will attest to that. I hope we play LSU in a bowl game. How about them Gamecocks? Heard Vegas shut down from everyone losing the spread on Tennessee. As a Bama fan, you can have our defensive court. No, that's okay. You guys keep doing what you're doing this year, okay? That's working out good for everybody else. You're allowing everybody else to have a shot. Did you hear the South Carolina fans? We went to Clemson. Not sure what you mean. My wife's boss gets season tickets to UT. I'm going to convince him into letting me go next year. Hell yeah. I was going to buy season tickets, but like the website crashed when I was trying to get some. I paid $500 each for tickets and spent the most of the game tailgating. Hell yeah, that's where the fun's at. Sorry, man. RIP playoffs. Well, since you're an uneducated Bammer, TJ, they lost. Sorry, not everyone gets to play high school teams. Go Gamecocks! Giving Alabama a shot, though. As a Bama fan, you can have Bill O'Brien. Nobody wants Bill O'Brien. He's like the adopted stepchild between a divorced household that's trying to figure out where to send him. Any advice on buying UT tickets? Normally, if and when I go, I either buy them off of somebody, or I just buy them off of Ticketmaster and stuff. But I was gonna buy some season tickets though, but like legit, the website was crashing because everybody's trying to buy them or whatever. And then I was like, well, hell, I'll just figure it out next season, I guess. We just we just need USC to lose. The South Carolina fans were chanting, "We want Clemson." What happened? It's cheaper to get season tickets. What the hell happened tonight? Best thing I could say is we didn't have Jeremy Banks. If we would have had Jeremy Banks, I definitely feel like it would have been closer, but USC got in a groove early. The fans were rocking. It was a night game. Uh, like I said, they played a great game, dude. They just played a great game. What's the status on Hendon? I don't know. It didn't look good when he went down. I was worried that Tillman rolled his ankle real bad as well. I hope he comes back though, man. I don't think Joe Milton's ready. He just can't take the heat off the ball. I don't see any updates as of right now on Hendon Hooker. We'll have to follow that. ACL. You really think that's the problem? Go Dogs. We lost starting freshman at safety for Target and still won. Feel bad for the kid. Hope he recovers. Same thing here. I mean, he's a super nice guy, dude. He does so much around town for like everybody. Tennessee can't score on a team with great DBs. Yes, Penn State defense was horrible when Tim Banks was there. We're going to have to figure that out. Going to have to figure that out for sure. I think Hendon is done for, sadly. Hopefully not. Hopefully not, Maria. You don't want to see anybody do that, dude. I mean, I don't care if it's Stetson Bennett, Max Duggan, CJ Stroud. Like, you don't want to see somebody go out like that, especially a good dude like Hooker. But yeah, hopefully he's okay. Not even just for like a ball standpoint, but just because he's a good dude, He's always doing stuff for the kids, doing stuff in the community. He's just class act, man. Definitely the ACL, you can see it. Hope not. Everyone's figured out shut down Hyatt, you win. And I mean, honestly, Tillman's technically our number one wide receiver. I mean, he just got back for the first time this week. Honestly, Hooker he was missing throws tonight, man. I mean, you never know. Like, these dudes are young. It's like, hell, you don't know if their girlfriend cheated on them or whatever. I mean, I don't know what they got going on, but he just was off all night. And like, I'm not talking shit about South Carolina's defense because like their cornerbacks are good, but it's like when we played Georgia, they had a rocking crowd, elite defense, all of that, and it was like the defense was shutting us down. The crowd, we were having a bunch of false starts and stuff, and just couldn't get anything rolling. But tonight, it was just like our defense was doing decent, but it was like, or not our defense, our offense was doing decent, but it was like, our defense is never good, but like, God, we didn't stop anything. And like I said, I mean, I think part of that was Jeremy Banks was hurt. Whoops. Not all of it, but part of it. Oh, Tennessee partied at 5 points last night. I guess that would probably do it if they were out partying all night. I mean, that would kind of make sense because, like, and again, this is just somebody that watches Tennessee football like religiously, but it's just like there was a disconnect, man. Like I couldn't put my finger on it, but I was telling my wife, I was like, I don't know, dude, something's off. And it wasn't like, and again, I'm not talking shit about South Carolina's defense, but it was just like, I don't know, man. You can just tell when like timings are off or something. Like I don't know, but yeah, I mean, like I said, their cornerbacks are locked down for sure. Like I said, that one dude, number 9, Cam Smith. I hope he goes to the Titans. I was wondering who your guy's number one wide receiver. Yeah, I mean Tillman's our number one wide receiver, but he's been hurt all year. Brew McCoy, I think, was technically our number 2, but Hyatt's kind of slid in. Brew McCoy's not bad, but he's Brew McCoy is good, but he's one of those guys where if he is the number one guy, he can't like make plays like Tillman can. Tillman, even a couple times tonight, like you throw it to him and he just catches it. Like I don't know, it's hard to explain. Defense wins championships. Our defense needs to be better next year. Yep, we just got to stack recruits. Offense is one thing. I mean, we're doing the best we can with what we got left, but I would kill for like Henry To'o or Alontae Taylor, some of them guys that we lost. Is what it is, though. I can't believe the spread was 22.5. Well, I mean, based off of how Tennessee's done this year, that was probably pretty safe. Hyatt is definitely a beast. He gets open downfield, but I think if you don't have other people in the spread that are also talented, I think if you double him and you take away his speed, like his route running is good. His speed's good. His cuts are good. But like with Tillman, you get down in the goal line, you can throw it up and Tillman's going to go up and get it. Hyatt, if you double him, you can kind of shut him down as long as everybody else ain't doing good. And that's kind of what we seen tonight. I mean, he caught a few, but he wasn't breaking downfield like he normally was because that Cam Smith boy, he just put them clamps on. It was like, not today. Thank you guys for the follow, Daniel Hall. Appreciate that. Trula, what's up, girl? Someone stole my drop hitch. Thank you, Trula, and I'm sorry that somebody stole your drop hitch. Marvin Harrison or Hyatt? Hell, Marvin Harrison. Hall of Fame. Hello. Thank you for the mariachi hat, Trula. I appreciate that. Our defense is the worst in college football. They were killing me. I was at work, couldn't watch the game. People was talking about the game. Yeah, I mean, wasn't good. Defense was worse than usual. I'm not talking shit about South Carolina's offense. They just look like freaking beast out there. And like I said, our defense ain't great, but the only thing I can come up with is Jeremy Banks. Like, that's it. Yep, To'o jumped shit because he wanted to run off to Bama to get an easy championship. I guess it wasn't so easy. Zane Hassan, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Got a message from the lady. Tell me to bring up the phone charger, which is currently charging my phone. His dad, the one that told him to transfer and go to Bama. Man, if he would have just stayed, he could have been our junior Seau. And he would have been loved and cherished for all of eternity here. When he transferred to Bama, he's just another Bama transfer. Like, I wish he would have stayed. If To'o would have stayed in combination with Jeremy Banks, our defense actually would have been pretty solid. It sucks. Praying for Hendon from Kentucky. I appreciate that, man. Our defensive backs stink. I still stick to we're depleted. I know I've said this like 1,000 times, but we lost our defensive tackle, starting defensive tackle, and our starting linebacker at the beginning of the season. They got kicked off. William Burrow, our starting cornerback, out for the season. We didn't have D. Williams at the beginning of the season. He finally came back towards the end, but he's mostly punt returns and whatever else. We lost number 8 tonight to injuries. I mean, dude, we didn't have much to work with that didn't transfer or go to the NFL. We already didn't have much to work with, and now when you throw injuries and stuff in there, like, that's not good. It's just not good. Rattler dumped on you guys. Sorry. I mean, honestly, Rattler's pretty good, but dude, his wide receivers, there's a few times he just threw it up and they went and got it. I mean, like, those wide receivers are underrated, and the offensive line is underrated, dude. Like, South Carolina's offensive line was pretty dang good. We just need better linebacker. Jeremy Banks is holding it down, but like, we got to get some solid like defensive backs. I think Jalen McCullough is doing pretty good. Obviously, we got to get some like cornerbacks though that can shut down a wide receiver. I think that's going to be probably the biggest thing that would help us. Trula, thank you for the likes. Girl, you always just blow it up on here, and I appreciate you for that. Oh, yeah. Oh, we need better defensive players more than the offense. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've got enough pieces with Lamaliva and all them guys coming in. I'm a little worried about Milton after him going in the second half. He's still doing the same stuff that he was doing before. Can't take the edge off of them hard throws that he makes. I still think we got enough weapons on offense, but yeah, we definitely got to get some defensive players in there. Heupel is on SEC football final. Kind of curious to see what he said after that. Didn't get to watch the game, just got off work. What were the highlights, lowlights? Tennessee got spanked. Wasn't many highlights on Tennessee's side. South Carolina just whooped up on us. Like I said, really, there wasn't many highlights. Hendon Hooker got hurt towards the end, which isn't good. Highlights. We had Tillman back. He did decent. Jeremy Banks got hurt before the game, so that's definitely a low light. But the lowest point, besides us getting like blown out by South Carolina, is Hendon Hooker and Jeremy Banks being hurt for sure. You got to be the most respectful Tennessee fan I ever seen. Thank you. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to lie to you and say I don't talk smack, because I do, because like leading up to the game, you kind of got to talk smack. But like if we get beat, like it is what it is. I'm not going to talk shit about the other team, you know. Honestly, as a UGA fan, y'all had a good season. 10-2 isn't bad, especially in the SEC. Whew. Any SEC on any given day can upset somebody. Look at Vandy today. But, dude, those night games, I feel like our guys kind of got used to playing in prime time a little bit. Like, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they was out partying or what. I really don't know. Great year, on to a great bowl game. Yes. He really is. He's not disrespectful until someone is disrespectful to him. Oh, thank you. And yes, that's true. I keep it respectful, like you said, until somebody comes at me sideways, and then that's where I'll start shit talking. My posts on my actual feed, though, is literally just, I mean, I do it to get a little bit of traction, because like that's just how TikTok works. But on my lives, I'm just 100% myself. Like, it is what it is. I don't know what I'm going to do for my post tomorrow, though. There's really not much good that you can say after that game. after the Georgia game, it was like, oh, well, hey, they're number one. We only lost by 14. Like, the fans did a good job. Like, but after this, it's like, shit. Like, what do you say? Hope it's not true that it is a knee injury. Oh, I know. I mean, the only good thing about that, if he is out the rest of the season, is at that point, we're going to get to see what Milton can do next year, but I'm not that confident, to be honest with you. And it's not that Milton's bad. It's just he's got a cannon for an arm, and he can't pull back when he needs to. That's the biggest thing. Okay, we had a couple bad calls, but I try to not be like a Bama fan and blame the refs, dude. I seen some blown holding calls that drove me insane. There were several where I was like, dude, how did you not see that? But in any football game, they're always going to miss holding calls on both sides. And so I try to not hang on to that too long. You know what I mean? What happened to Hendon? He was running off to the side. He was running to the left and trying to avoid a tackle. And then when he came down, he landed like awkwardly on his leg and instantly like went down and was like, in pain or whatever. And so not sure what's happening there. A lot of people saying ACL, which if it's his ACL, he's done for the season. So at that point, it's like, dude, just salvage what you can, try to beat Vandy, go to a bowl game, and just collect and go in the next season. But yeah, it's something with his knee. I mean, it didn't look good, but he was able to walk off, so that's good. Thank you for the likes, NWA 460. Thank you for the follow, TJ Warren Goat. Trying to decide. I've got more Old Smoky lemon drop sitting back there. Trying to save some of that for the lady though. I've got some Old Smoky watermelon sitting here though. She got some of those rum chadas. I've never tried that. She got some rum chadas to try. I guess we're gonna go Old Smoky. I was gonna throw some of that in some ice cream, or like some vanilla Coke or something, and but I didn't want to open her drink up, so we'll stick with the watermelon. Cheers, clink. Gotta drink those feelings away, you know what I'm saying? Maine. Welcome back, Joel. We're still rolling. It's been a little rough. Speaking of Hendon, my puppy, he's doing great. Just got a Balls collar and a jersey for him. Oh, girl, post a video and tag me in it so I can see it or send it to me. I love puppies. I'm a dog person. I've got one. Here, hold on. Hey, Denver. Say hey, buddy. He's old and crabby. He don't like to be woken up. He's a rescue. So I've had him for about 4 years now, but he is cranky when you wake him up. He probably hates me for like doing these lives, but he's in a warm, snuggly bed though, and that don't just happen. Joe is going to get the start. He's a senior, but I think he's got an extra. I think he's got a. Sorry, I don't have a back scratcher. I think he's got an extra year for COVID or whatever. Joe is probably going to get the start, but if he can't if he can't learn how to come off of those hard throws and throw some touch onto it, I think Lamaliva could end up starting if they don't do good. I'm slightly worried about Milton just a little bit. And it's not that he doesn't have all the tools, but it's like every throw he's trying to rocket it in as hard as he can. And it's like, bro, just come back off of it a little bit. Love it, truly. Denver ain't feeling it tonight. Yeah. He's sitting there. He's like, I mean, he's technically sleeping, but it's just he don't. At this time of the night, he don't want to be bothered. Still bleed orange, but that was tough to watch. Also, thanks for sharing our bass players. So, I mean, I'll share y'all's videos from time to time for sure. I mean, like I said, you guys are legitimately good. Right now, there's 2 local bands that I support, and it's only because they're good. And it's you guys and a band called Morgan's Mill. They are very good. Now, they're more of like a classic outlaw country sound, whereas you guys are more like on the bluegrass side of things, but both of you guys are actually very good. I would consider myself a fan, for sure. Passively, like I'm not gonna like. There's a low chance of me just showing up at a random show or anything like that, but like passively, I'm rooting for you guys. I think you guys are very good. I like y'all's vocal harmonies a lot. I'll have to check them out. Yeah, they're not on TikTok, but they are very good. I know them through a friend of a friend, but yeah, like they're legitimately good. You're welcome, buddy. Like I said, I legitimately like your music. If I didn't, I wouldn't like pretend to. I would just be like, oh yeah, you guys are, yeah, good job. But like, I wouldn't be sharing it on my page and stuff if I didn't think you guys were good. It's called Morgan's Mill, MorgansMill. Morgan's Mill. Morgansmill. It's 2 words. Morgan's Mill. They've got like an outlaw country type, like Western sound. Whereas, like I said, you guys are more on the bluegrass side of things. But as far as local bands go, I think you guys those are my 2 favorites. They're based out of either like Johnson City or Lake City. I can't remember. But I've got a very good ear from where I was in music before. And so, like, I don't just pub people that I like. If you guys wasn't good, I wouldn't tag you or post videos and stuff. Like, I legitimately think you guys are good. Same thing with them. I think that they're very, very good. But yeah, like I've got a good ear for stuff. So like when I hear bands that I think that sounds good, like I think you should probably take it as a compliment. Not that I'm like a genius or nothing, but it's just I'm not going to get on here and pub somebody that I think sucks. You know, like I'd be like, "Hey man, good job. Wish you the best of luck," or whatever. But like I wouldn't post about it. So. Oh, so where do we go from here now, guys? I mean, hell, where do we go from here? Thank you guys for all the likes, comments, shares. Appreciate it. You guys have been sending gifts as well. You've been sending likes. I appreciate that, man. The alcohol is definitely setting in. It has been a disappointing night as a Vols fan, but I still love my team. I still love them no matter what. Still going to root Vols no matter what, but that was definitely rough. It probably won't hit me. I've not even seen all my notifications on my Vols page or nothing yet, so there's no telling, dude. There is no telling. Okay, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. I'm gonna check my FanDuel to see how I'm doing. I don't know that I want to know. Blake, what's up? Let's see here. Let's see where I'm at. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, no, we need to go to Sportsbook. Tennessee. Tennessee, what happened? You're a little late to the party there. South Carolina's what happened, by God. We're just logging into FanDuel and seeing if we even still have a shot. 47.91. Okay, just looked them up. Saw they played Old Red Gatlinburg, and we were there a lot. Looked familiar. Some of them look really familiar. I need to look up their names. I mean, their music's pretty good. Like, if you like, it's like a mix between like dirt road country and I don't want to say Western because it's not really Western, but they've got a very unique sound, but it's pretty good. Oh, let's see here. UCLA busted that parlay. 3, 4. Maybe we'll walk away with something. Oregon is the last possible chance that I have. I got some parlays busted this weekend, son. Let's pull back up screen share. Some of them look. Oh, wait, I already read that. I thought Ohio State was going to lose. They played it close all the way through the game. I mean, they grinded it out, dude. Did what they had to. Obviously, the Vols did not grind it out. Man. I can't place it solely on Jeremy Banks not being there, but I do feel like that was a big part of it. Like, shit. Oh, well. Maybe we'll get a good bowl game. You never know. It's really good. Love the sound. Yep. I mean, like I said, dude, I don't. A win is a win, 100%. I don't pub people unless, like, I feel like they sound good. And like I said, part of that's still ears from where I did country music before. But, like, I'm not just going to pub somebody if they suck. So, yeah. But like I said, I think like if you like bluegrass, like y'all's sound is very good. If you like country slash, like I said, I don't know, they got a very unique sound, dude. It's country, but it's got kind of like that old school sound to it. But I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but it's very good. We did not get that W. Yes, we did not. At this point, though, like I said, or like everybody's been saying all night, dude, 10-2 is not bad. As a Georgia fan, I was kind of nervous about the Tennessee game or Ohio State. Ah, man. At this point, all I can hope for is that I get my TikTok stream keys soon. That way I can pull you guys into everything else. By the way, Joel, did you ever look up on my Facebook or whatever to see where I shared your band's page? Because like that one night I straight up screen shared it. Oops. The game today. Yeah, it was touch and go for a minute there. I was watching it like, oh, shit, that one's close. And then obviously we played a night game in South Carolina. And it was just terrible. Congrats to the Gamecocks, though, man. Like, shit. That's always been a hard fought game, though. Like, shit, man. South Carolina always plays us hard. I don't know. I don't know if they just didn't prep. I don't know if they didn't respect South Carolina enough or if South Carolina just came ready to play. I don't know. I think at the beginning of the year we were like really, really underestimated, and now people actually started game planning for it pretty hard. Yeah, I don't know. Yes, the video you couldn't find it. There was one I deleted, but I don't think it was that one. But I mean, I guess it could have been that one. But yeah, there was no. It was like a Facebook slash YouTube live where I screenshotted it or whatever. I don't remember what game that was though. That was a couple weeks back. So I don't remember which one that was though. But yeah, I screenshotted it or whatever. That was it Mizzou? No, I feel like that was a couple weeks back. There was one stream that I deleted off of Facebook, but I don't remember which one it was. I mean, I guess it could have been that one. Yeah, no, I definitely I screenshotted it for sure. But yeah, no. Well, although I think that was like a 3 or 4 hour stream though, so that's probably why you probably couldn't find it. I'm sure they played with everything they had against Bama. And they just out of gas now. Reality set in, my boy. Yep. South Carolina is underrated. They also have played kind of bad recently. Yeah, they got blown out last week. Bro, game tape from Georgia is probably being picked apart now that people respect us. Yep. Nailed it with that one for sure. I mean, yeah, because at the beginning of the year, I feel like nobody really gave us the time of day, and now they're like, shit, we actually got a game plan for them. That does make sense. I'm on Perks. What's up? It's a funny YouTube or a funny username. Oregon and Utah playing close. Man, there have been some crazy games today, dude. I was just looking back over my YouTube page or my YouTube TV page. Like, damn, this shit's been crazy all day. Curious to see how y'all will look next year. Yeah, me too. We're getting some good recruits, but shit, we got to stack up on defense, though, man. Defense has been the weak link all year long. Like, nobody's going to debate that. We're going to do one more shot. One more for the road. That should make this somewhat bearable. This is like a shot and a half or 2 shots, so I think a half of one of those should be good. Cheers, clink. Watermelon aftertaste. Where's Squid at? His parents tell him to go to bed. Nah, I finally muted him. I'm big on freedom of speech. Cheers, clink. I'm big on freedom of speech, and also him commenting constantly only drives my content up. But dude, he just was posting the same stuff over and over and over and over and over again. It was like, dude, I just ain't got time for that. So eventually I muted him. I muted him from this chat. I didn't mute him altogether, but it was like, God, dude, you just posting the same stuff over and over and over again. So I finally got to where I just started ignoring him, but it was then other people in the chat was getting annoyed by it. I'm like, okay, I can ignore it and move on. But if other people in the chat's getting annoyed, it's like, okay, you got to go, dude. Because I try to welcome anybody that wants to trash talk, like, hey, come on in, grab a seat, let's talk football, let's trash talk a little bit and this and that. But like, that dude was pretty annoying for sure. He might still be in here, I don't know, but like I muted him, so like I just quit responding to his messages. But like I don't know if it just muted him to where I couldn't see the messages anymore, or like if everybody else could see them but I couldn't. I don't know. But yeah, I just muted him. Yeah, dude, it got because I'm like, dude, if everybody wants to come in here and shit on the balls and talk shit about me and whatever, it's like, dude, it's fine. Like, not anything that I'm not used to, but he was literally just posting the same shit over and over and over. So like, I started messing with him, which was comical for a minute. And then it got to the point where it's like, okay, dude, we're just going in circles. Like, fuck, this is not even worth it at this point. Who you got, Ohio State or Michigan? It's too early for me to make predictions at this point. I'm still reeling from the loss to South Carolina. Like, there's nobody in the country that would have expected us to lose that bad. So I'm rooting for Michigan because that's my wife's grandfather's team. But yeah, like, did not. Even if we would have lost to South Carolina, I would not have expected it to be that bad. Did you see our last video that got 2,500 views all because dog fans trolled it? No, I didn't, actually. Did you guys do Rocky Top? Dog fans misunderstood the post. No, I did. I actually was looking for a Rocky Top version that you guys did. Terrible game tonight. Didn't show. Defense didn't show up. Prayers up to Hendon though. 100%, dude. Like, ugh. Defense was terrible. Hopefully Hendon's all right. I just started following you around about I'm from Cleveland. Appreciate it, man. Awesome. Thank you. I've been through Cleveland a few times, just passing through, so I'm familiar with it. But it got me 12,000 views. You should go read the comments. It was super annoying. Dude, that's the same shit that I deal with. Like, I post stuff as like a bit of a conversation starter, just to kind of try to get people talking. But like, dude, it gets crazy sometimes. But like, it's to the point now where I don't have to go back and forth with people. But yeah, I can imagine though. I mean, like, I feel like Tennessee's got to be like one of the most hated teams in America. It seems like I swear, dude. Some of our fans are like terrible. There are some good ones floating around though. They can't hate or bring y'all down because no one expected y'all to be this good. Shit, that's what I've been saying. But worked out in my favor. Dude, that's the thing with TikTok. You just gotta let people blow it up. Like, good or bad, just let them blow it up. You know what I mean? Basically, we asked, will we play Rocky Top tonight because the orange wedding decor. You might have to go in and tag me on that because I actually was looking for a Rocky Top video earlier, and then I stumbled on the bass one. That was a killer bass solo, though. But I was actually looking for a Rocky Top when I just couldn't find it. It happened to post on the Georgia game day and thought we were talking about the game. Yep. I've heard Tennessee fans call Michigan and OSU overrated all year. Here we are now. Tennessee, the most overrated team in college football. You were so late to the party, dude. So late to the party. Man. Welcome. You're about an hour and a half too late for that, but welcome. I don't think Tennessee's overrated, dude. I think the SEC is just tough, honestly. I mean, I just think the SEC is tough. But obviously, you're a Big Ten fan, so I'll let it slide. But they are overrated, and neither of those teams have played anyone good. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. We didn't actually post a song, but you'll have to see the post to understand what happened. It's on TikTok. Like I said, you might have to tag me in it so I can see it, but so spicy when you start talking SEC. But like the SEC's dog eat dog, dude. Like we're the best around. Nothing's ever gonna keep you down. You're the best around. Ooh. That's what happens though, man. And South Carolina is good, dude. Like, I mean, a lot of SEC teams are good. You're the best around. Nothing's ever gonna keep you down. You're the best around. Ooh, that's gonna be stuck in my head now. Bama makes the SEC really so. Like the last 15 years, when like the majority of SEC teams were winning the championships, it was all Bama or. Mm, asking for a friend because I think LSU popped in there and won one. I think Auburn, Florida. There's quite a few SEC teams that won. Now I'm thinking back. Oh, let's see. Ohio State was what 2014. Yes, 2014. That was a good year though. Clemson, Ohio State have captured. Well, Clemson's in the ACC, so that's actually a good conference. So they don't count. But the Little Ten, however, 2014. That's it. That was a good year though. South Carolina's underrated. I mean, yeah, like they took Oklahoma's starting quarterback at one point. And then he came over here and struggled until he learned how to play real football. And then it was like, now he's pretty good. South Carolina is underrated. I mean, yeah, they haven't played the best recently, but they showed us out tonight 100%. You won't be needing the thoughts video no more. I don't know what you mean by that. Don't know what you mean by that. Thoughts video. Not sure. I'm trying to think back. I have been drinking, but not sure. College football playoff percentage video. Have you just been sitting in here waiting on that? Or, I mean, you picked a weird time to just pop up with that. I mean, dude, I just share things that I think are interesting that are going to engage in like conversation. You know what I mean? Like, the percentages that was on ESPN. It's not like I made that graphic. So, I just share things that I think are going to be interesting that are going to get people to talk. That's all. At this point, like, yeah, like Tennessee's 100% out of the college football. I mean, unless like, even if everybody lost this week, still not going to be enough. But there again, we play in the hardest conference in America, though. So Vanderbilt wins next week, guaranteed. I don't know about all that. I mean, it's easy to try to hop on the, I guess, bandwagon or whatever of like Tennessee sucking, but Vandy's basically a home game. So I know you've been sitting on all these one-liners all season, and you finally got to use them. But yeah, I don't know about Vandy. Which, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. But again, SEC is just any week somebody can upset somebody. It just is what it is. All I'm saying is OSU and Michigan could handle the SEC except for Georgia. Whatever makes you feel better. I mean, there's a lot of teams. See, that's why. See, like Ohio State. Every year they have a quarterback that everybody's like, "Oh yeah, they're the best thing since sliced bread. They're gonna be a Hall of Famer." They come into the NFL and then they get shit on because they don't play anybody. And so when you go from like cupcakes to like NFL level, that's a too big of a gap. They can't make it from here to here. So um, the defenses are decent though. I mean, they obviously pop out some good players and stuff, but just not on the same level. I mean, there's a lot of teams that are underrated because their win loss record. Yeah, I mean that's true. And when they win, people are surprised. Vanderbilt plays in the SEC. Man, I'm aware. I mean, I know Vanderbilt plays in the SEC, but like that's basically a home game for us, which we do play good at home. So wasn't surprised. I was happy for Tennessee beating Bama, but Bama has been garbage this year. That's fine, but Michigan has produced several goats in the NFL. Tom Brady, arguably the greatest quarterback ever. I'll give you that one. Let's take a shot. I got one more in me, I think. I got one more. I've been drinking decently heavily. So I got one more. Let's take a shot. Let's take a shot. Here's the hoping we make the Outback Bowl at this point. Just kidding. All I got's my watermelon whiskey. Cheers. Clink. That's what it's all about. Tom Brady and Charles Woodson. Who else, though? Besides those two. Harbaugh. Maybe. Fields carries the Bears. Carries them to what? Like, seriously though. Stop meat riding Michigan. They have played no one so far. I mean, Penn State. You had the Mountain Java Shine. Yeah. Ooh, I haven't. That sounds good though. Everyone at Old Smoky talks about that one. Justin Fields. That's fine. I'll take 11-0. I mean, hell, dude, if we had that schedule, we could probably go 11-0 too. Oops. Oopsie poopsie. Also, like Harbaugh's been there for how long? Heupel's been here for how long? Harbaugh had how many years in the NFL? And just now getting 11-0? I don't know. Taylor Lewan, Brandon Graham, Chase Winovich, Rashawn Gary. Yeah, but you said goats. Taylor Lewan, he's the goat at being on the injured reserve. That's for sure. Who's got 2 losses and who doesn't? I mean, hell. Do we want to compare schedules, though? I mean, shit. Let's look. Let's look at the schedules. Schedule. Internet's being slow. Internet's being slow. Next week, that'll be a showdown, though, for sure. Colorado State. Hawaii. UConn. Maryland, which they played Ohio State pretty close there for a minute. That was a 34-27. Iowa. Indiana. Now, Penn State, they're ranked 11th. So respect. Michigan State. Rutgers. Nebraska. Illinois. That was pretty close. 19-17. That one was at home. But I'm going to give you guys credit there. Wind for sure. And then Ohio State. That one's a hard game for sure. Let's looky. Tennessee. Balls. Let's get it on. Ah, baby. Ball State. Cupcake. Pittsburgh at home. Now, they were ranked at the time. Obviously, they've fallen off. Let's look at their schedule. It doesn't show overall record. That's not what I wanted. And they're not in the 25, so we'll continue on. Akron, easy game. Florida, SEC school, close. 38-33. LSU ranked 6th right now, 40-13. Bama ranked 8th still because they've lost a couple really close games, 52-49. That one was at home, though. We play good at home. Tennessee Martin, Cupcake. Kentucky, we heard all year about how elite their defense was, 44-6. Georgia, first-ranked team in the country, lost to them at home. So that's loss number 1. Mizzou, 13th ranked defense, 66-24. Now that one is at home because, again, we play good at home. Now, South Carolina, 54th ranked team or whatever, we lost to them. Not Vandy. Who knows what's going to happen next week? But I'm looking at our schedule here. Georgia is ranked 1st. Bama ranked 8th. LSU ranked 6th. That's 3 top 10 people we're playing. Pittsburgh, now they're not ranked anymore, but Pittsburgh was ranked. Florida was ranked. LSU, they're still ranked. So we won't count that one. Kentucky was ranked. So, yeah, that's a pretty hard schedule. So, yeah. But no, Big Ten's good too, though. They got the snow and all that, for sure. I mean, Michigan's schedule wasn't anything tough, but in the last 3 years, Wisconsin, we wanted y'all in, dog fans, and Nebraska have been garbage. Illinois is the 3rd-ranked defense in the country. Well, let's look at who Illinois has played, shall we? Okay. Wyoming, Indiana, Virginia, which decent team, Chattanooga, Wisconsin. Now that one was at home, so respect. Iowa, that was 9-6. Minnesota, Nebraska, if we're going by records, because South Carolina's record counts. They lost to Michigan State. Lost to Purdue, and then they lost to Michigan today by 2 points. But I'm not seeing any ranked teams. Yeah, no ranked teams. Was Wisconsin maybe ranked at some point? I think Nebraska maybe was ranked at the beginning of the season, not by the time they played them, though. Of course, they did play Michigan, though. They're ranked third, but they lost by 2. Now, again, weather, I'm going to give that one a little bit of leeway there. Northwestern, they played somebody hard. They played them next week, but yeah. I'll say this: Michigan would beat Tennessee. Florida is terrible. Come on, and Kentucky as well. They're only terrible because we beat them. Do you think TCU? I'm not going to bet against TCU anymore, dude. They just find a way to freaking win. I mean, like, honestly, they're like the little engine that could. After today, I'm not betting against TCU anymore. Like, it is what it is. They'll lock the third spot in the playoff just to be the first one out. No, Wisconsin and Nebraska both I mean, the whole schedule's trash though. Like Illinois has the third ranked defense, but like that whole schedule's trash though. I mean, now like I said, I passively root for Michigan because my wife's grandfather's from there, but if we're calling a spade a spade. No, Michigan beat Florida 6 out of 7 times in the last 15 years. Let's look at that. Mm-hmm. Newest one I'm pulling up, 2018, number 7 ranked Gators beat Michigan 41-15. Let's see if we can find another one. See if we can find a newer one. Let's see. Okay. 2008, Florida won that one 41-15. 2017, they lost 17-33. 2016 lost 7-41. That was 2015. Now before that, you get down into 2007, which at that point, that's like fucking almost 20 years ago. They lost 35-41. 2002, which was 20 years ago, 30-38. So like, yeah, they beat them by like 1 touchdown twice. 15-17 though, they had their number, and then 18 though they got spanked. So I don't know. I mean, yes, from the couple games, yeah, sure. I guess I can see what you're saying. They didn't cover -2 TCU. What's the most underrated team for you? LSU's gotten better as of late, for sure. Most underrated team. This may be kind of a conflicting statement a little bit, but I almost think Georgia's the most underrated because they're the reigning champ. But it's like every week people's like, okay, they suck, but then like I don't know if they're losing games on purpose or not losing games, but like playing games close on purpose or what. But it's like, dude, I don't know. Everybody's kind of thinking that they're going to get knocked off, it seems like, but I don't know. They just keep winning. TCU would maybe be my second choice. Most underrated team. This year, that might be my only two. I mean, I guess TCU, like, I don't know. That one's hard. Michigan is 4-1 against the Gators, and yeah, 18 of our starters sat. That's cool. I mean, to me, if we're gonna talk Big Ten versus SEC, let's go over to the last national championships by year. Oh, Georgia. That's obvious. Year before that, Bama. Year before that, LSU. Now, Clemson stuck in there, but they're ACC. Bama, Clemson. Bama. Now, 2014, Ohio State. 2013, Florida State, ACC. Bama, Auburn, Bama, Florida, LSU, Florida. 05, Texas, Big 12. 04, Southern California, Pac 12. LSU, Southern California, they shared one in 03. Now, 02, Ohio State, they won one. Okay. So that's two in the last 22 years. Now, we're not going to count shared national championships, but we got Big 12. Well, let me do this. Big 12, SEC. So this is from 05. Big 12, SEC, 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 SEC. So that's 9. Now ACC, Big 10. So that's 1, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 SEC. ACC has 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yeah, man, I lost count, but yeah. The national chips, though, SEC, pretty dominant there. Fun fact, Tennessee has faced Michigan one time and Tennessee won. That is a fun fact. Like I said, Michigan's kind of my backup team only because my wife's grandfather's from Detroit. So, like, I wouldn't mind him getting one more, maybe two. I do like John Harbaugh, though, for sure. He's good. I liked him when he was in the NFL, too, though. We play bad teams close and try to blow the good ones out. Notice how over half of those are Bama. Still SEC, though. That's the thing, though. So let's look at since 06. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12 of those were SEC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 was Bama. So half of those was Bama. Florida got 1, 2. They got 2. LSU got 1. Auburn got 1. Now, if we scroll back down to 98, Tennessee got 1. But yeah, going from 1990, Colorado, Georgia Tech, which Colorado's like Mountain West. Georgia Tech is ACC. Washington and Miami split 1, so I think Washington's Pac-12. I could be wrong. I don't know. ACC. Bama, 92. Florida State, Nebraska, Florida, 96. Michigan and Nebraska. Tennessee, Florida State, Oklahoma. That was Josh Heupel. And then Miami squeaked in there, got 1. Ohio State. And then it was basically like SEC Pac-12 with Ohio State getting 1. Clemson had a good run, though, for a minute. Nope, y'all wouldn't even be ranked. Florida has two, LSU has two, Auburn, Georgia have one. I think that's what I said. Now you could debate that Nick Saban had one at LSU, so you could go or Nick Saban has the majority of them. That would give him like 7, I think. Michigan got it in '97. Now I did like that Miami team for sure. They were fun to watch. I think that was like what Willis McGahee was on that one. Yeah, you out of your mind. Mm. What's everybody doing instead of like sleeping right now? You think Jimbo's in trouble? 100%. How y'all played the worst teams? Y'all meaning Big Ten teams, I'm assuming? I don't know how my dog's not like getting annoyed yet. Andre Johnson, Jeremy, yeah, shit, that was a. Yeah, you had Willis McGahee, Ken Dorsey, who I think he's like a coordinator in the NFL now, if I'm not mistaken. I think. I think it was Ken Dorsey. Ooh, bye, 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 bye. Ooh, yeah, I forgot about Clinton Portis. My wife fell asleep, so I'm busy watching Dancing with the Stars by myself. Hell yeah. I want to see y'all beat Bama, Georgia, Tennessee when they're good, and some other teams. I thought maybe Tennessee was going to have a shot, but not this year, though. That's for sure. Oh, that felt good. Blake, what's up? Bum, 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 bum. Ooh, I forgot about Ed Reed and Vince Wilfork. That team was stacked. That team was nasty. Holy hell. Yeah, I know. Like, dude, I remember watching at that point, and it was like ACC was like the pinnacle of everything. It was like ACC and Big Ten was like the big two conferences or whatever. Um, Even like Ohio State had like Maurice Claret and trying to remember who was the quarterback. They had like Maurice Claret around that point. And I remember them having a good quarterback, but I can't remember for the life of me who it was. Let's look. Trying to look back and see who it was. Larry Coker. I forgot about him. Ooh, they beat Nebraska. That's right. Hmm. That's what it says. I don't remember it being Nebraska, but I do remember Eric Crouch winning the Heisman that year, though. Then he retired for sure. Eddie George, Joe Germain. Thoughts on USC? They're gonna have to do a lot to win out. I know that. Well, win out and get into the or the championship or whatever. Um, I don't know, man. At this point, I see TCU winning out, and I think Michigan, Ohio State, whoever wins that one's going to probably still stay in, honestly. Or, well, whoever wins that one's going to stay in. Whoever loses that one might stay in as well, just to be honest with you. I think you could see two Big Ten teams, Georgia, and then maybe TCU. If they don't win, then maybe USC. Um, I mean, we'll see. Troy Smith, I think that was who it was. He was really good. Didn't do anything in the NFL, but he was very good at Ohio State. Well, fellers, I think I'm gonna hit the hay. If you hadn't already, make sure you hit the follow button every Saturday night, no matter what. 8:30 to 9ish. I hop on here and I talk football. Usually it's pretty eclectic, but obviously 1:30 in the morning, not quite as hype as 8:30 or 9. But pretty much once I put my daughter to bed, 8:30 or 9ish is when I get this rolling. So I'm gonna give you all a second. Make sure you follow. That way you can catch up with that. Yeah, give you all a second. Bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. Still have Georgia winning it all, just to be honest, but I'll stand on Michigan. Could hang in the SEC, Ohio State as well. Other than then, appreciate the follow. Like I said, I'm gonna give you all a second to follow if you hadn't already. Mobar, GT, Rizzle Dizzle, Cooper, Red Tacoma Nova, LA Mose, Landon, Cage Verse, Chase Holt, Dylan Phillips, Dylan. Make sure you follow real quick. Every Saturday night we hop on here and talk college football. Most of the time I just kind of let y'all go, but this has been some pretty good stuff. Is USC legit? Only time will tell. That's my final answer. Only time will tell. Oh, dude, do I even want to see my FanDuel stuff? I don't know that I do. I don't know that I want to see my FanDuel. Also, surprised you like the Wolverines. Most Tennessee fans would. Well, I mean, my wife's grandfather's from Detroit, so like I kind of locked them in as like a respect to him kind of thing. So, but I do like the entire state of Michigan better than I do Ohio. So, people in Ohio are just assholes, man. I vastly prefer Michigan. Even Detroit, I know Detroit's rough, but I still vastly prefer Michigan over Ohio, 100%. I've traveled quite a bit. If Oregon holds on, I'll walk away with $2.59. Rough. Been a rough day in the betting pool, that's for sure. Because the Woodson Manning limit. I mean, that was pretty rough, but hell, that was like 100 years ago, though, you know? No Ohio. Yeah, I can't stand Ohio. Just as a blanket statement, dude, can't stand Ohio. Make sure you guys follow every Saturday night, 8:30ish to 9. We get on here and talk college football. No matter who you root for, we get on here and talk college football. Congrats on this good season. Either way, hell of a turnaround for the Balls. Hopefully we get some recruits. We'll see what happens. We were hoping for the college football playoffs, but South Carolina, man, just absolutely shit all over that. So appreciate you talking college football. I'm going to sober up a little bit, pass out. Until next time, guys, this is Big Ladrewski. I appreciate you guys for the conversation and everything tonight. Until next time, look forward to it. Peace. Don't take any offense to the stuff I post. It's literally just to get traction, so keep that in mind. Peace. Thank you, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, for that. Eventually, I will get TikTok involved, but either way, I love you guys. Appreciate it.